A veteran North Georgia attorney will remain in jail after a judge ruled that he was too much of a risk to set bond.
The Fox 5 I-team first reported on how a grand jury indicted Jasper attorney Mark Miller. He's accused of stealing at least $1.5 million from his clients and has pleaded not guilty. Well, Fox 5 I-team reporter Randy Travis returns with new details, including one revelation that even surprised the defendant's wife.
That's right, Russ and Sine. Mark Miller case has affected so many people in North Georgia, hardworking people who relied on Miller to handle their legal affairs. He now stands accused of also stealing from a charity he once proudly represented and spending some of his clients' money in one unexpected way. Attorney Mark Miller used to come to court in a coat and tie. But for nearly 2 months now, this has been his only choice of wardrobe.
We believe that it would not be appropriate to continue to hold Mr. Miller without bond.
In June, a Pickens County grand jury indicted Miller on charges that rocked this North Georgia community. At least $1.5 million of his clients' money siphoned off, according to investigators, to fund a lavish lifestyle. That included multiple trips to Disney World, captured in pictures from Miller's publicly accessible Facebook page. Prosecutors say much of that money came from a single client, Katie Parker's late mother, Paulette, who wanted to make sure her daughter was taken care of when she died. Miller has refused to explain to the courts what he did with her money, even skipping a hearing before his indictment, where he was jailed on contempt charges.
I just hope nobody else get caught up in something like this and try to trust somebody that wasn't there for them.
Miller's Facebook page also includes pictures of his work with the well-known charity, the Lions Club. He traveled around the world attending conferences, accepting promotions, pushing the cause. Last month, following his arrest, the charity kicked out Miller. His wife, Leslie, remains with the organization. And the charges continue. Just this week, Mark Miller was hit with 2 more felonies, including one with a surprise victim. More than $8,500 stolen from the Jasper Lions Club. Miller's wife, Leslie, traveled with him on many of his trips. The elementary school teacher also part of all those Disney vacations.
There is a lot that Mrs. Miller may not know about her husband, and not only what he has hidden from her, but what he has hidden from this community.
She was the key witness in this latest attempt to convince the court her husband was no risk to be set free. Mrs. Miller testified she had no clue her husband was suspected of mishandling clients' money until she heard about his arrest.
How is it that was your belief that you were able to fund this type of lifestyle?
Well, we shared expenses, and I paid for some things, and then he paid for most things.
But then Pickens County DA Allison Sosby asked about 2 specific charges investigators say Miller made using his client's money.
Are you aware that helixstudios.com is a gay pornography website?
No, I did not.
Would you agree with me they are things that you do not know about your husband?
Apparently so.
Judge Richard Weingarten agreed. Too much not known about Mark Miller to risk setting him free.
I will let Mr. Miller out on bond when I feel comfortable doing so, and I don't.
Well, after the hearing, defense attorney Scott Poole said he and his client were disappointed with the judge's decision, and he also mentioned no one has provided them evidence that his client was the one who actually signed up for that gay porn website. He suggested the credit card number could have been stolen, Russ and Sine, and perhaps someone else was using it. At least that's his position right now.
So what's the status on his license to practice law at this point?
The lawyer also said in court that they're negotiating with the state bar right now for a voluntary suspension of his license.
Well, you feel for his wife having been put in that position in public court.
Yeah, it was a difficult scene there. It was.
Randy, thanks.